Okay, Noah Road here in one of my little secret locations, or locations that I'd like to keep secret as far as the video, is concerned. I want to keep the camera a little close to my chest. As they say in poker, keep the cards close to your chest. Well, the reason is because 2 years ago I stashed a bucket here, and I just checked on it, and it's still here. And that's really cool. And I got some clothes, I got some coffee, and I know I got some like rope and some underwear and some supplements, a little bit of food. So these buckets are great, man. I tell you, if you're ever going to be homeless, one of the things I say is stay the heck away from other homeless people. Unless there's something cool like Noah Road, which I'm 1 in a trillion, so you probably won't meet anyone else like me. But other than that, dude, stay away from, any place where the population of homeless is really high. And definitely keep your camps clean. And if you can, before you get homeless, get yourself a storage unit and pay that sucker off for as long as you can, and stock it up with your sleeping bags, some extra tarps and rope and some extra boots and stuff, especially in the winter. If your boots get wet, you go through boots real fast. Even if they're water resistant and they're good hiking boots, it only takes a couple of weeks before the water resistance starts wearing off and they get a little slushy, and then you want to go back to your storage unit, you can grab another pair. And if anything like your bedroll gets wet or something happens, heaven forbid, and you go back to your camp and it's been vandalized or something, well, you can always go back to that storage unit and you can get some stuff. But on top of the storage unit, it's really great to just get yourself one of these, not just one, but as I say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But this has been here for 2 years, so, and it's been safe. And and if you're new to my channel, go to my videos and scroll back on my prepper's bucket videos. One of those things I had them stashed and buried for 2 years, and I got sort of like a series, like a bucket series, where I keep going and checking them every couple of months and moisture test them, because the rain and all that stuff. And I take it up to about, I don't know, several months. But this is 2 years it's been here, no one's found it, and it's safe and sound. I can see that mice have been nibbling on it, trying to get in, but they haven't been able to get through these buckets, thank goodness. So there's that. That's been about 2 years. About middle of January, 2 years. I was camped out here in January of 2021. And when I left the area, I stashed that bucket, knowing that I might need it. And so far, so good. And I'm actually probably going to stash it a little better when I get off of the camera. I'm going to take big pieces of tree bark and kind of put that tree bark up, over it. Because as you can see, I did have tree bark up. You look close. See that tree bark? It's big pieces. So I'm gonna, finish that because some of that tree bark fell away or something. So anyways, that's an update on that bucket. Other than that, this is I don't like to use this area too much anymore because of all this concrete and everything around here. There's a lot of mice, so you can hear the mice outside your tent. It just kind of freaks me out, and so I don't really camp here anymore. But it's a good area, a good location for you to come and hang out and stuff like that, spend a little time. If in an emergency, I could throw up, or put up a camp real quick right here. Perhaps that wouldn't be too bad. It's been raining a lot lately, and there's no puddles, so it's good ground. So I'll remember that if I ever need this spot. This would be very short-term camping for me. So anyways, another bucket challenge. Things are doing good. Noah Road's chugging along. All right, I wish everyone well, and I want to also say thank you to people who are new to the channel, there's been some pretty cool comments, and some people that have good hearts that have mentioned that they are new to the channel and that they enjoy the content. So that's really great. And I if you're interested and you got the time, check out some of my older videos too. You can scroll back about a little back more than a year. I think I started uploading videos right around Halloween of last year. My short videos are actually got some pretty good homeless details, you know, details that I don't have on my longer videos. You might be able to catch a glimpse of what it's really like when I'm really on the move with my short videos, a little bit more so than you can with the videos that are longer. So anyways, Noah Road's doing good. I'm just about ready to pick up and go somewhere, but just not quite yet. There's still this darn hunting season just hanging on in this area, and this is sportsman's paradise for hunters. And I got through all the bow season, and then I got through some small game, and then I got through the rifle deer season, and then there was a little break, and then now they got the flintlock black powder rifle season going on, and it started this last Tuesday. Today's Friday, and where I'm camped right now, it's a risk of having some foot traffic because there's a hunting club that's close to where I'm at. I'm not on the hunting club. I'm actually, you know, not on that property. But for hunters to go from like the place on the road where they park their car to get to the hunting property, they might walk back behind my camp, and that spot isn't really guarded with camouflage and stuff like that. It's kind of open, unfortunately. It's like the Achilles heel of the campsite. And Saturdays are always the worst day for hunters hunting around here. They're more crowded than any. The only thing I got on my side is black powder hunting is not very popular. It's a lot of work, you know. Every time you shoot the black powder gun, you've got to clean it, and it's like an hour and a half clean jobs, and not a lot of people are into it. And if they are into it, they usually got pretty good character, because it's a lot of work. And I'm kind of hoping that if anyone finds me, you know. But what I'd like to do actually today is what I was hoping on doing actually is just packing up my tent and putting it on my cart. And I got this cart that I made, and I actually put a lot of camping gear on the cart, and I wheel the cart along the road and go wherever I want to go. And I drag the cart into the woods, and I, you know, set up camp that way. And that's what I was kind of hoping today, but I went into town and charged my phone and my battery packs, and for some reason I'm not going. So I'm thinking I'm just taking a chance and hoping for the best, because the hunting season, this black powder hunting season, started Tuesday, and today's Friday. Nobody's been there yet. And the gate to the hunting club, I can see it from where my camp. So I don't know if there's gonna be anybody come by my tent tomorrow and see me. It's gonna be tomorrow. So I'm tad worried. But I just don't feel like breaking it down right now and rolling it up, and it's getting kind of late already. I don't know. That's what I'm going through right now. It's a juggling act, you know, being out like this. And the thing is it's not I'm so worried about having somebody come up on my tent and say, "What are you doing here?" That's not what worries me so much as I like the spot that I'm at. I like to have it as a sort of emergency spot. And what I don't want is if somebody sees me, then it breaks my track record. Because I have a perfect track record around here. Nobody ever sees me. And if they see me one time, then they might start going, maybe we should put all these no trespassing signs all over the trees, and we can come back and look for him to make sure he doesn't come back, you know. And it makes the area hot, you know what I'm saying? When now the area is cool and there's no homeless people here, and where I'm at, it's really interesting and unique because there's no amenities, there's no gas stations, there's no homes or anything or neighborhoods there. So nobody walks by on the railroad tracks. It's not like, somebody might walk by on the railroad tracks. I could go a year there and nobody would walk by. The only problem is this hunting season that's still hanging on with this black powder thing. And I should tell you, sometimes I feel like going to those hunters and saying, hey, I tell you what, get yourself $5. Go to Walmart and grab yourself a some hamburger or whatever like that and be done with it. But I know that there's more to it, and it's Second Amendment, and it's politics, and it's their idea of what makes America free, and I get it, you know. I try to understand other people and not just my own point of view, you know, but it's such a juggling act, and it's kind of a tightrope that I have to walk, hoping that I don't get caught, you know, because I've been doing this for my whole life. I mean, anybody that's new to my channel, I have been on the road in one fashion, in one way or another, since I've been like on the cusp of my 18th birthday, and I'm a pretty youthful 54 years old right now. And this area I started coming to in like 2009 actually, and I was actually up in like St. Mary's, which is about 35 miles north of this town. And I ended up with a roommate situation. I'd roommate for a while, and then I'd leave for a while, and roommate for a while, and leave for a while. And I was training myself to spend longer and longer durations out here. Why? Because, I don't know, this kind of a lifestyle just simply hasn't run its course yet, and it seems like it's a natural fit. As I get older, I get a little bit more spiritual minded, or religious, if you will. I have my own religious bias. I try to keep it a little bit on the vague side, you know, but I feel as though like I've been called to this as a sort of spiritual vocation. It's unofficial, it's unrecognized by any sort. I'm not affiliated by any official, you know, religion. It's just between God and myself. But it seems like it's working for me, and it seems like there's some kind of a purpose, and it just hasn't been revealed yet for what the exact purpose is. So I just keep hanging on, and I seem to be rather comfortable, and I seem to get by pretty well. And like when I'm out here, everything works, and when I'm not out here and I try to fit in a regular kind of a way, in a contemporary way, it never seems to work. And I've tested the spirits, I've tested my psychology, like, am I just coming up with this thing, or, you know, am I just being stubborn? And it's because it seems like a natural progression. I know that someday it's going to run its course, but when it does, I'll have the place to land that I know is right. This is the natural fit now. It hasn't run its course. Once it runs its course, then I believe I will find a place to land, or a place to land will kind of find me, and it'll be a natural fit, just like this is, after this has run its course. So anyways, that's where I'm kind of at, and that's why this is such a juggling act, and that's why I take it so seriously. And that's why I got all these ways of kind of keeping this thing together. Because if I didn't have like any equipment, and I didn't spend some time, you know, preparing, almost like reconnaissance, preparing the land ahead of time, the layout of the land, and, you know, strategically preparing little campsite areas and stuff to where I could spend longer and longer durations of time, then I don't think I would have made it this long and this far. And there's also a certain integrity in my heart that came from a robust relationship with my creator that's taken a very, very long time to, you know, to become what it has lately, you know. I don't know, I guess I'm just speaking, you know, a little too much right now, and I think I should just let this go. And I just want to say hi to any new subscribers, and this is the real me out here. Alright, anyways, with that said, over and out for now.